Real Housewives of Atlanta. What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and we are down here to talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Atlanta. It was a filler episode. I think this episode was a filler episode, and the episode after that was a filler episode. I mean, the episode last week, Porsha's party. I feel like those were filler episodes. Girl, I don't know what is going on. I have a feeling I predict it's going to drop another 2%. Did I put that prediction out on Twitter last night? I was watching it last night and I was like, "Ooh, is this a filler episode, girl? What is going on?" Mhm. I predict the ratings drop another 2%, two filler episodes in a row. That's crazy. Shout out to LTV Productions. He says, when I looked at the mid-season trailer, I said this stuff looks like it doesn't happen until the next trip and after. You can tell they don't have anything going on. Girl, I don't know what is going on down there. So hopefully everybody had a good weekend. Go ahead and like, subscribe, comment. Let me know that you stopped by. We're going to talk about it. It's not going to be that long. I don't even know if I can even make this particular episode interesting and add some fun things about it, because I was really like, I was watching it. It was late. It was like, I want to say probably like 10:30 or something like that. What time was it? Yeah, 10:15. I was watching. I was like, remember, girl, I was gonna say, remember we used to rush to go to watch it live? Remember when we used to watch it live? That's when the ratings were always through the roof. 3 million viewers. Like that, girl, now they just barely making it. It's sad. It's really sad. It's really giving old Yeller. Yeah. It's really giving like we might need to go out to the back and shoot the dog. And put the dog out of its misery, girl. We might. So shout out. I was at the beauty supply yesterday. I went to the beauty supply because I went to go get me another beanie. And my son was like, "You gotta stop wearing my beanie." So I went to go get a beanie. I went to go get him some. He likes to do the cocoa butter, those big sticks of cocoa butter. The ones that be at the counter at the beauty supply. You know what I'm talking about. So my son, he likes that for his lips. So we went over there, and then so as I was walking out, I the little thing beep 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 beep, it went off. So I was like, "Oh, she probably forgot to take the thing off the beanie." So when I went back and I was like, "Oh, can you take this off?" And she took it off, and then somebody was like, "I watch your YouTube channel." Shout out to Danielle. Shout out to Danielle. It was nice to meet you at the beauty supply. And had I not gone back, I would not have seen you, Diva. I would not have seen the doll. She's so pretty and tall. I was like, these tall girls. Yes. So everybody was at the beauty supply yesterday. So shout out to Danielle. And my son was like, did somebody recognize you? Because he had walked out. And I was like, give me that beanie back so I can go back. Had I not gone back, I would not have seen you. So it was nice to meet you. So shout out to the girls in the city, honey, doing their beauty supply runs and stuff like that. So I was watching Real Housewives of Atlanta, and if you haven't liked the video, go ahead and like the video. Go ahead and subscribe. I spent most of the day in the park yesterday and the day before. I love going to the park when there's nobody there, like in the morning. And then like Sundays, I usually like I'll go in the morning and do my normal walk. Like I'll go walk, 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 and then I'll sit in the grass and face the sun and meditate. And that's why I love when spring comes, because you can go out, I can go sit down, and it's nice in the morning. It's not too cold. You know what I'm saying? It's really nice, 7 o'clock in the morning, stuff like that. So I'll stay out there for a long time, and then when it starts getting hot, then I'll go back home, and then I'll change my clothes so I can take like my jacket, because in the morning, of course, it's cold. And then I'll come back, and then I'll get my cash, because the street vendors are going to be out there, because it's like soccer. They're playing soccer all Sunday, right? And I don't think it was this past Sunday. It wasn't that many teams playing. It was only like two or three or four playing, so they weren't out there as long as they normally are. But we have the street vendor, and she's selling the esquites and the chamoy with the fruit and lemon and tahine, and what else does she have up there? The agua frescas, what else does she have up there? You know, all the things that the street vendors have, honey. And then she has the chips where she makes and you put the chamoy and the um and the lemon on the chips. So she does all of that. And so I go over there, I sit down and I sit, down and watch them play soccer or, color. I was coloring yesterday. Oh, this is the coloring book I was telling y'all about. It's just a little coloring book that I can take with me, but it's cute. It's like little psychedelic things. See, psychedelic images. I got it off of TikTok. It was cute. I was like, oh, let me get this. So I like to color. Here, this is what I colored yesterday while I was watching them play football or soccer and watching the OJ Simpson documentary on Netflix, talking about all the evidence they had and they didn't all the evidence they had that they didn't include in the trial and stuff. This is what I colored yesterday while I was watching while I was watching the them play soccer. And so yeah, we did that, and then I did my walk and stuff. Then we went to the beauty supply, and then when I came back from the beauty supply, I went to the park and just hung out at the park. It was fun. So then later I came home and I was like, let's watch Real Housewives of Atlanta. So some of my notes, I said they're rushing through these scenes to get to the Bailey queue, I guess. One thing I did notice about the entire episode is that the scenes were like, they were going through the scenes like seconds. I was like, what? Brinkley was down there. We're not talking about her personal story, so I could give a fuck. I don't care. Only time she's gonna get mentioned is when she's in a group. All that personal story bullshit, girl, you can keep it. I don't care, because there's no reason for me to get invested in a bitch who's only gonna be there for one season. So so that is what's going to happen, okay? Because we are not talking about the group. But they were rushing through the scenes. Dennis showed up. Dennis showed up in a confessional, girl. Kenya don't get confessionals, but these niggas get confessionals. Ralph and motherfucking Dennis. Well, Dennis was with Porsha in her confessional. But he was still in the confessional nonetheless, pulling up. She talking about, ooh, what? How you get here? What you doing here? Angela talked to Charles about Porsha saying that she could fuck him. And I'm gonna fuck Charles. And I tell you this, one thing I will say is the backlash and the people coming out. I think if Kenya said some shit like that, I think everybody would be like, Kenya more whore, all this other stuff. I think the internet would fucking break if Kenya said that about somebody's husband. And the fact that at the vault, the bank, or whatever the hell they call the safety deposit box, there was a question that said, ask Kenya, why are you so worried about happily married women, or something like that? And she was like, that's a habit or something like that. And then she was like, I'm just kidding. Y'all asking the wrong motherfucker, because the only person on this show who is with somebody's husband is Porsha, the only one. And Kim Zolciak at the beginning of the show, she was fucking somebody's husband. But this one is the only one. Gator tooth, big booty, and a bunch of teeth, and a bunch of serial numbered teeth, girl. They say them. They say those teeth aren't serial numbered. I need to roll me some reefer up. Oh, I could draw this review out. I could draw it out. I could sit here and talk to y'all. We could draw it out. They're going through each of the women, talking to Cynthia about everything that went on in Nashville. Cynthia wasn't in Nashville. Well, anyways, they're telling Cynthia what happened. Shamea, Kelly, Angela. Porsha says that she wouldn't fuck anybody's husband. They show a text from Angela. Shamea shares a text from Angela that's basically says, it's clear our morals and values don't align. Duh. Girl, you think you got the same kind of moral compass as a fucking psychopath? Porsha Williams? No, girl. No, she don't give a fuck. She will fuck your husband and then be like, I don't know what I said. I don't know what I said. Now that's a bitch you beat up. That's when, like, I don't know. I feel like that's when you don't necessarily have to be, you might slap her or throw a drink in her face. Something. She needs some type of discipline. She does. Porsha needs some discipline for her behavior, for the way she treated Candy, for what you did to Candy.
Deserve some discipline for what you did to Candy.
All right, so now you fighting Candy's battle when we having this time.
You deserve some discipline. So Cynthia tells everybody that she's going to have a Bailey Q, and this year she's going to do it on Juneteenth. She says I forgot what she says she normally does it, but this year she's going to do it for Juneteenth, and she wants everybody to wear African colors, so, like red, black, and green, I guess, and yellow. Red, black, green, and yellow. Okay. So did you see what Shamea had on, girl? I was like, welcome to Zamunda, girl. Girl, Shamea is so whack to me, y'all. I knew I wasn't going to be able to give Shamea a chance. The fact that she's Porsha's friend, number one, the fact that she goes so hard for Porsha, number two, and then this surrogate thing, I don't even like the way she's talking about it. And I can't say I don't, I can't say what people are going through, but I don't even like the little jokes. But I just don't like it. I don't like it. I'm sorry. And shout out to everybody on their fertility journey. It's him, not you. Sorry. It's him, not you. Y'all need to really, everybody on a fertility journey, y'all need to reconcile that the sperm that you are trying to get your egg to be compatible with is not. You might love that nigga down, but his sperm is not compatible with your eggs. That's one thing people are going to have to come to a realization. Yeah, you can be married and you married the love of your life. The motherfucking frog hopped down the goddamn aisle, ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. You kissed him in the mouth with that tongue, and then he sprayed up the club with his manure, and then you can't get pregnant. Girl, your sperm and egg aren't compatible. That's what y'all need to do. Part of the 250 hours that you need to go through to get a marriage license, you also need to take a medical exam to see if your sperm and eggs are compatible. Medical professionals, get down in the comments and let me know, is that something that you can do prior to marriage? Can we see if our sperm and egg are compatible? Because the plan to get married is a plan to have children next, right? For a percentage of people, they want to get married, they want to have children, but now you married the love of your life and you don't even know if his goddamn sperm is compatible with yours. Now you going through the motions thinking it's you, have your ass sitting at the kiddie table like they did old girl on Bling Empire. You can't even produce children. You go sit at the kiddie table with the rest of the people. Come to find out it was her motherfucking husband the entire time. The entire time she took the brunt of all that shit. Y'all remember her from what it wasn't Annie. What was her name on Bling Empire? And she was really taking the bullets for her husband. His fucking mom set her at the kids' table because she couldn't have a child. But it was his ass the entire time. So all the girls out there talking about, oh, I'm fertility girl. The love of your life sperm is not compatible with your egg. Let's just call it that. So Cynthia tells everybody she's going to have the Bailey Q. Kelly has a dog party. That was like 10 seconds. I was like, girl, what is going on? She has a dog party. They bring the dogs. Brinkley tells us that her mom is moving in with her. And they said they caught up with Cynthia. Girl, I don't know what's going on. Let me go to the next bullet point. I'm telling you, it's not that much. We're going to try. Porsha got PJ a dog. PJ is looking at Porsha, waiting for her to tell her what to say. I can't even imagine. That little girl be looking at Porsha like, can I talk? Do I get to talk now? How old is PJ? PJ is 6 years old, right? She's in the first grade. When was PJ born? She doesn't do enough talking for me. I'm sorry. I don't know if she's afraid to talk because her mother is a psychopath, sociopath, weirdo. I don't know. Maybe because the mom runs around trying to control everybody. The child is picking up on my mom's need to control every environment, so I don't talk until I'm spoken to. I don't know, but it looks weird, and that's what, that's what I'm gonna do with these reviews. I'm really not gonna come down here and sugarcoat no shit when these women be moving the way they do. And you talking about somebody's child? No, I'm talking about the parenting. I'm talking about the parents' relationship with the child really looks like she's depending on the mom to, like, what do I say next, what do I say next? And I, like I said, I don't know, but based on Porsha's behavior, I don't imagine her being a little different as a parent. Like, I'm like the same with my kids. Like, I talk the same as I'm talking to y'all. I talk to them the same. It's no different the way that I'm talking. Nothing. So I imagine Porsha is the same way, trying to control everything, trying to control an image. And I imagine that little girl picks up on it. Because the way I tell you, she keeps darting her eyes at fucking Porsha, looking for the sign that she can talk. And then what was Diane saying that what's her name? Now I'm not saying anything about PJ. She might not be a talkative child, but I feel like the the amount of vocabulary words, they're just not present there for somebody who is 5 or 6 years old. How old is PJ? She was born in around the pandemic, wasn't she? Wasn't she born around the panorama? Hold on, let's see. Porsha, PJ birth. Let's see if something comes up with that. Yeah, Porsha Williams gave birth to her daughter on March 22nd, 2019. So she's 6. So it's something up with that. I don't know if she, like I said, like, kids will, and narcissists and empaths are created in these kind of formative years. And when a child is like hiding who they are in order to show up differently, in order to appease their parent, I'm just saying, I don't know. She's only 6, but the limited vocabulary is concerning to me. The fact that she keeps looking at Porsha, like looking at her for, like, can she talk? Like, because mom likes to control the situation. So has she already adapted her personality to where I'm not talking too much around my mom because she likes to control the environment? I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm trying to give y'all something off of these videos. I don't know. She buys PJ a dog. I don't know if the dog is still around. Those who follow Porsha on Instagram, is the dog still around? Does the dog have a name? Um, I don't know. I feel like the dog is a prop. I don't know. Y'all let me know. Porsha, when I tell you Porsha gets nothing, she does the benefit of any, she doesn't get no benefit, no of any doubt. It's always, I'm just gonna call it as I see it. I'm not sugarcoating shit for that weirdo at all. And I'm tired of people running around acting like she needs to be handled like she needs to be handled a certain way. Porsha is a weirdo, and she's been a weirdo, and I'm glad that people are finally seeing it. But we've been saying it since the beginning. You can go watch my videos from the beginning. I ain't never seen it for Porsha, ever, never. For me, my aversion to Porsha is she's dumb. I can. There's nothing about her. I don't even understand how Kenya is cool with her. She's a dumb woman. Like, you're dumb, and if you're acting dumb, then that makes you even more dumb. Sorry, that's how I feel about it. I don't like no dumb broad. I don't. I can't get jiggy with no dumb ditzy bitch. And then she's dangerous, running around fucking people's husbands. You're just a chick with low character, a pretty woman with low character, and it needs to be discussed more that these pretty women with low character, how they run around their entire lives fooling everybody and getting away with the most trifling shit, all because they can flash a smile and shake their ass. That's it. That's it. I just need Dennis to choose me and Pilar right now, girl. Nothing that she says, like, oh, it's our family. Nothing. I can't even connect to it because I feel like Porsha is a person that doesn't connect to anyone. I really feel, shout out to Carlos Harris. He said, when I tell you, he's been calling that lady a sociopath for years. And I just recently started to do my research and watching videos and reading about psychopaths and sociopaths. Because for me, I have always aligned a sociopath with like a murderer or something. And it's totally a psychopath. I've always, like, when I think of it, I think about what's his name? American Psycho. That's what I think about when I think about a sociopath. I think about like somebody running around harming people, fatally harming people. Um and When I started doing the research, I was like, oh, these are just like regular people walking around. Like, oh, you a little bit more dangerous than a narcissist. And don't meet you a narcissist who is also a sociopath. Girl. Porsha. Yep. It's giving very much sociopath. No emotion, doesn't care about anything. It's just like whatever, never apologize, never takes accountability.
Freaking fraud. Those are the two that I would get rid of right away, honey. They're declassing the show.
Never takes responsibility, never apologizes, does whatever the fuck she wants, and all she has to do is like, I don't even know what's going on. I don't know what was going on. I'm telling you, like that personality type, I would jump her. I would beat her down to the ground. I would slap her, throw a drink at her or something. I wouldn't be able to maintain just a verbal thing with her because bitches like that, you got to take them down. And she likes to fight. When I tell you I would back that bitch up off me, girl, I cannot wait for the reunion because I know Angela's going to have a lot to say to Porsha, and she deserves a lot. I hope Porsha is sitting in the first chair on one side and what's her name is sitting in the first chair on the other side. Angela. Yeah. Because you need some discipline for the way you treated Candy, for the way you treated Dennis, for the way that you treated Kenya, for all the things that you've done to people throughout your time on this show. And somebody, I don't know if you fucking somebody in production. I don't know what you're doing down there. But the edits that you be getting and stuff like that, nah. Now, and I'm really glad that they haven't cut out any of those parts so that they can tell this story between Angela and Porsha. She calls Cynthia her second Lauren. Girl, she said she was mimicking Netta, and she said she doesn't remember saying that she would fuck Angela's husband. She doesn't remember saying that, and that she doesn't know what she's talking about. I don't even remember saying that, but she called Angela Big Bird. And you got a lot of nerves. And did you see how they like made it seem like she was like stomping real hard? Girl, the way whatever you dragging behind you, that's making a stomp every time you move, girl. Ugh. I was like, ugh, Porsha. Anyways, her and Diane and Lauren were sitting there talking. Shamea goes and meets with her new surrogate. She's saying the last time she had such a traumatic experience, so they're trying to find another woman. She says, I can't play God, just give me a healthy baby. Does her youngest child have like a low survival rate based on their medical issues? Is that why they want to do another child, because they think this child is gonna die? I'm just, like I said, I'm just gonna say what I feel like it needs to be said because I don't like it. I personally don't like the storyline of because I didn't get a healthy baby, because I put a woman's life at risk. Now I want another baby so I can give my husband a son. And then what's going to happen when your son grows up and is trans? What you gonna do then, stupid? Like that gender shit that y'all are so attached to and wanting to give a man a boy and all this other stuff, girl. Now I don't wish no queer child or trans child on weird parents, but you keep fucking around thinking you're gonna pick a gender and this and that, and the child grows up and is trans. Period. Like, I don't know what y'all think y'all be doing, trying to customize your children and then asking God to give you a healthy baby. You have one. two. You have two children who are okay. They're okay. They have some health issues, but they're alive and you can take care of them and they're here. So I don't know if Shamea is thinking that the youngest, is her name Shiloh, the youngest child doesn't have a long life to live. Maybe her quality of life is compromised based on being born early or whatever the heck is going on. I don't know. And I know it's a very sensitive subject and I know we're supposed to tiptoe around it and act like we can't say the things. But the second time she made a joke later on in the show where they talked about somebody having a side chick and the side chick was pregnant. I think they were talking about Angela and Charles and saying that the side chick was pregnant and what would you do? And Shamea was like, shit, we trying to have a baby. I would want the baby. Can we have the baby? Can we have the baby? Ew. I was like, that's gross. I'm sorry. And it really gives let me tell you something. If a white woman was talking the way that Shamea's talking, y'all would be wearing her ass out. Y'all would be. It smells so good. Ooh. This is what is this? Double triangle. Testing at 26%. But it's good. I'm gonna roll me up something real quick. I gotta move this into a little glass thing. So let me go. So she said, I can't play God, just give me a healthy baby. Okay, Shamea. Angela is working out with Charles. She is sharing with him about what happened with Porsha. Now she says that Charles likes to play the devil's advocate all the time. So it kind of reminds me of my dad, where he will intentionally take the other person's point of view or perspective. Even if he will agree with you, when you tell him, oh, this is what happened, he'll automatically take the other person's side, but give you the other person's perspective. I have a feeling Charles does the same thing with Angela. She said he plays the devil's advocate. So she was trying to tell him what happened in Nashville. And she said, Porsha had Brinkley talking for her, and she said she asked her, why did you take that lady's husband? And it seemed like they were kissing her ass. And then he told her, you don't have nothing to do with that. Why would you ask her something like that? And then she said something about you messing with a woman in New York. And she said that you were easy to fuck. And he was like, well, no, she can't, like that. But you could see his eyes, the way they were moving, like, oh, bitch, these bitches are on to me, right? Because I don't give no nigga the benefit. Just like I don't give Porsha the benefit of the doubt, I don't give no motherfucking nigga the benefit of the doubt. Don't run around. One thing a woman better not do is ever say what her husband won't do. Don't you ever fix your mouth to say what your husband won't do. Because given opportunity and a space, depending on the man's character, and because a lot of them have a very low character because they're not required to have a high character, because you bitches will stay with them even after they show you that their character is low. So they don't really care. But girl, these niggas need consequences. Don't ever say my husband won't do anything. Given the opportunity and knowing that he may not get caught, they will take that opportunity. Let me tell you something. And if pussy doesn't have a face, and if she's willing and says yes, and there's consent, he can say yes, and he looks around and there's nobody. Oh, honey, the zipper is coming down. The pants are coming down. The boxes are coming down. The boxer briefs are coming down. Hopefully he slides a condom on that thing. And as long as nobody. So don't say what Porsha can't do. Porsha can't fuck my husband. Shamea could probably fuck your husband. Porsha can probably fuck your husband. All the women. So don't think because a girl looks a certain way she can't fuck your husband. A lot of women get their face cracked when they see the person who their husband was fucking and they look nothing like them. And I don't know why women act like that when you know that these niggas with anything with a hole, it's wet and warm. It don't even have to be warm, girl. It could be cold because they fucking dead bodies too. And frozen chickens down to the butterball plant, girl. Right. So don't ever say that your husband won't do. It's a lot of women's husbands down at the butterball plant fucking chickens. Right, exactly. Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Okay. So don't say that. He said he want a ticket to the front row seat when she cusses her out. I can't wait. Porsha is filming at her old house. She's getting an au pair, and Dennis shows up in the confessional. I thought it was funny when he was like, she tried to bring up Drew again, and he was like, "We still talking about Drew, girl? Yes, we still talking about Drew. What is this? Episode 9? They're almost halfway done with the season, y'all. Remember when we used to get like 22 episodes, and then 23 and 24 would be the reunion? Girl, they maxing out at 20 episodes. I think, and 19 and 20 are the reunion. I wonder how many episodes they're going to get. They're going to get like 18 episodes. That's terrible. Anyways, I honestly believe, and I've been saying it for a few years, I feel like they're trying to destroy. I've always said they're trying to destroy Atlanta and Potomac, but I feel like Potomac has always been like the great value of the franchise. Like they don't really, I don't know, it wasn't like when they first showed up, it was like etiquette, Jack and Jill, but it quickly did not give that. It was quickly, oh, these are imposters. It's giving imposters. So, but I always said that they are truly original. I really blame Truly Original for fucking up Atlanta. And the way that they're casting, the way that they coddled Porsha, the way that they put Porsha, like I was really in my head believing that Porsha had a sexual relationship with somebody in production because of the way that the stories were told, the way that the edits that they got, the way that Kenya is being edited, the way that Kenya was fired, like that. Did y'all hear Giselle say that if one got fired, both should have been fired, and if one stayed, both should have stayed? Like, I really agree with that. I agree that either it's both or none. I really feel like that because based on, I mean, I don't feel like it's a real big deal. Like when we first saw it, it was just like, oh my God, Kenya, that was so tasteless and beneath you and blah, blah, blah. But after a while, it's just like, girl, it's not, it's just, I think people were shocked by the set and setting, right? I don't think people were appalled that she was showing naked pictures. Girl, don't nobody want to see that girl sucking nobody's dick. That's what Cynthia said. That's what Cynthia said. Anyways, Dennis looks like Diamond Platinums from Young, Famous, in Africa, and that's what he looks like to me, sitting up there. Yes, that's what your nigga looks like, girl. That's why Porsha. That's why Porsha was pissed off when Eva said that Pilar looked like Dennis with a bow. Because you was fucking ugly niggas trying to get to the bag, and now you stuck with it. Two whores in a relationship. Every time I see Dennis and Porsha, I just think about two hoes in a relationship. And she's the village idiot and the village slut. You just got the village slut who's a businessman on the side. Two village sluts. I don't want to hear nobody talking about they should get back together and do what? Fuck other people? Girl, please. They get to the Bailey Q, Brinkley, Kelly, and Angela show up. They have a reader there. She keeps calling her a prophetess, and she read Kelly real quick. She was like, "You got a car your husband bought you and he took it back or something like that." She was like, "Oh my God, I ain't told nobody about that. The only person I told is Brinkley, and she can't talk. You can't never hear what she's saying because her nose is so stuffed up. So you didn't hear her if she told you, girl. You didn't hear it." So the lady, the prophetess, is on point with the things. She gets to Angela going on a vacay. Love language is cleaning the house. Oh, Angela. She tells Angela, lady is reading Angela. And she says that she needs to go on a vacay with basically show her husband some more love, I guess. And then she's saying, and your husband has his eye on a Porsche, on a Porsche. I was like, ugh, that's nasty work. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm not, don't, you don't give a nigga, don't give him nothing. He has to work out of being a suspect. You understand what I'm saying? He has to prove he's not a suspect. You are all suspects until you prove otherwise. Yes, all of you. I don't know which one has the arsenic. So all of you, until you hop out of the bowl of grapes and say, I'm not it, and jump out. Other than that, you in a bowl of grapes, I don't know which one has the arsenic. I'm not giving none of y'all the benefit of the doubt. Yes, all of you, until you prove otherwise. So when the lady that was reading the people said your husband has his eyes on a Porsche, he has his eyes on a car and she's seeing Porsche, girl, I would look into that. I would talk to that lady off to the side, girl. Girl, she said she wanted to talk to Drew off to the side because Drew didn't want to share any information in front of people. And then Porsha in her confessional was like, Drew basically projecting, saying Drew doesn't want to tell her real life. It's like literally a projecting. And I think it's kind of fucked up that Porsha is trying to use Drew as a storyline since the Simon storyline isn't panning out. I think it's fucked up. I do. I think it's whack. And then I think it's also whack because I think Drew thought that her and Porsha were really cool. And now you using me as your storyline. Like, I'm literally making an album. So you're going to act like you're mad at me for making an album with Dennis and Dennis filming with me? Girl, go away. Like, it's dumb. It's literally dumb. The fact that Porsha cannot film in her house is crazy. In Simon's house is crazy. And I don't want to hear anybody saying that that's Porsha's house. Y'all be in the comments delusional as fuck. That is not Porsha's house. It has been proven by so many people. The paperwork shown for everybody. Stop saying that's Porsha's house. Stop saying it's her house. It's not her house. That's why she's filming in the back. She's even filming in the backyard. Like, in the backyard, in a bedroom. Like, you trying to film, you trying to make a YouTube video, a YouTube channel so that you can have documents that you actually lived in this house, because we're not going to see it anywhere else. We're not going to see it anywhere else on this television show. And I think until later. And then I think she finally got an approval to film at the house. So she might be filming. Maybe you need to end the season with a party at the house. But girl, Dennis was over there, and in the confessional. Did I tell you that already? He was in the confessional. I think I said that. Anyways, so Angela and no, Porsha says Drew doesn't want to share anything, this and that. Kelly says Drew is a liar. And I told you, Kelly was on Reality on page 6. I think it was page 6. And she was talking about how Drew plays Drew. I'm telling you, this is an acting job. When I knew remember when the first season she was there and she was meeting with Kenya and she was sitting at the table going, brr, 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 she was doing voice exercises to prepare for her scene. I was like, oh, this bitch is at work. Drew is at work. The same way Drew Zadora, the woman, played Drew Zadora on The Game. If I was interviewing Drew, I would ask her, are you on Real Housewives playing the same character from The Game, all grown up with husband and children now? Is that what you're doing? Because that's why people say she's lying, because she is acting like nobody's really connecting with Drew, because Drew is at work playing Drew. Now, we do see glimpses of her in her home with her weird husband, who deserves a little hose with carbon monoxide going through the vents of that basement. Girl, the way I would throw a Molotov cocktail down in that damn basement, the way you talking about I can't get in my fucking house. If the kids aren't in the house, I'm setting this motherfucker on fire, nigga. And then when you come running out, I'm gonna shoot your ass in your motherfucking kneecaps. I'm tired of Ralph, girl. That's a motherfucker needs to get shot in the ass. The way that Smoke, was it Smoke or Stack, shot that man in the ass for going through his truck. Talking about, I didn't know it was your truck. The girl said, I told you it was his truck. He said, bow, shot that nigga right in his ass, and then shot the other one, saying, you ain't never gonna be able to tell anybody you got to take something from me and did nothing happen. I know that's right. Shit. And leave these niggas with scars. Every time he look at that scar, he gonna think of you. You getting carbon monoxide through the vents. You getting a Molotov cocktail down to the basement. I'm throwing one down in the basement. and then you locking me out, telling me I can't get in the house. When I tell you, I'd blow that motherfucker up. That's the reason. See, I'm the kind of woman who cannot be in relationship with men, because men, all of them play these games. And and it would be my luck to get one that like to play games like that. And then you'll be seeing me down to the mug shot, smiling like I did it. Whatever she did, whatever they say she did it. And I'm gonna be like this on my mugshot. I did it. Girl. You see that clip on the trailer? Girl, I told you we could make this long. We could talk, honey. I'm almost done. And then Angela and Brinkley get into it. She tells her to do you hear the words that are coming out of my mouth? And she said, I can. You need to calm down. I can hear what's coming out of your big ass mouth. You got miles on your mouth. You're a whore. You see, Porsha said, "Oh, whore! I thought I was the only whore here. Who else is a whore? I got competition. Does the world know about that baby?" That's what she said. That's what Brinkley said to Angela. Does the world know about that baby? And then that's when Shamea said in her confessional, "Oh, if my husband had a side chick and she had a baby, I'd ask her, can we get the baby? We trying to have a baby." I don't like it. Did y'all see the barbecue sauce? Porsha pointed out the barbecue sauce in the picture. Girl, that was funny. Porsha and Angela go to the principal's office to talk off to the side. She said, I was having a complete after party. She says, I'm not that person. She said it was inappropriate. I was just having fun with my friends. And you see, she didn't apologize. You see, Porsha didn't apologize. She was like, ditto. Let me tell you something. That's what I don't like. I don't like how everyone plays like they're the bigger. I'm not apologizing to a bitch that doesn't apologize. I don't give a fuck if I fuck Dennis. I'm not apologizing to you, bitch. I don't give a fuck if I fuck Dennis and put it on OnlyFans and showed everybody. I am not apologizing to you, whore. I'm not apologizing for it. That's why Drew should not apologize to Porsha. Girl, I'm not apologizing to you and you fucking Simon. You're literally fucking your ex co-star's husband, ex-husband. No, you deserve nothing. No apologies. No nothing for you, bitch. Nothing. Drew better not apologize to her. She better not. No. Shamea and Angela. Shamea is okay with the way Porsha moves. She thought, and I said the same thing. I can't believe that Porsha actually said that in front of people who are married, but it doesn't matter because the way, girl, Shamea, it didn't matter. She was like, she didn't care. She didn't care that Porsha said that. Now, when Porsha starts fucking your husband, Shamea, then you're gonna have a problem with it. Because the same way that she thinks that she can fuck Charles, she thinks she can fuck little Issa Rae. Somebody said Shamea's husband looks like Issa Rae. I think it was Rock. Shout out to Rocks. I have not been able to unsee it since. So since if you think that she's gonna go down and fuck Mr. Issa Rae, she could fuck Charles, she can fuck Mr. Issa Rae. Okay? Girl. All right, I gotta go. I think that was it. As a married woman, she said it wasn't her fight. She was like, I like to laugh. Laughing is healing. Okay, bitch. We gonna be laughing when Porsha do a little twerk and a smile for Mr. Issa Rae. What's his name? Gerald. Don't say nothing. We don't want to hear nothing. We're gonna say, oh, it's all fun and games until she start fucking your man. And the crazy part is, you can't even say she wouldn't do that to me. You can't even say that. You can't Shamea can't say with conviction that Porsha wouldn't try to fuck Gerald. She can't say that. If I was an interviewer, I would say, Porsha, you know what you said about Angela. Shamea, you know what Porsha said about Charles, and Angela was really concerned because you as a married woman, you didn't have anything to say about it. It almost felt like you thought it was okay. Would you think it was okay if Porsha said the same thing about Gerald? How would you feel if she said she could fuck Gerald? Ain't that his name? I'm calling him Gerald. I don't know what his fucking name is. How do you feel about that? I want to. That's the kind of questions you need to be asked, point blank. You think it's cute that your whore friend, because y'all two little whores running around Atlanta trying to find some Africans. You got you a jackpot. Shamea got the jackpot. But just like a lot of women, they see their friends having a life that they want and try to mimic it. And they figure, well, fuck it. I can't find me a rich man because the man I married, I thought I was going to marry me an African. He don't have shit. He ain't got shit. He ain't got shit. And Natisa Tales tried to tell you, stupid bitch. She tried to tell you. But you wanted to go chase the bag, chase after Simon. When I tell you everybody was telling Porsha, girl, that man is not who he says he is, but you know everything. Even though all your brains seem to be in your ass, you know everything. And so you married him and look at your life. And then you want to put it on PJ, talking about PJ was asking where was Pop Pop. The fuck you let your daughter sit on that man's lap? You don't even know him. And then you want to act like Dennis. Oh, Dennis needs to do this for the family and respect my family and this and that. Girl, shut the fuck up. Nothing these bitches are saying is connecting with me at all. At all. Anyways, that was the end of the episode. I haven't watched the after show. I don't know if I will, but they said that Angela's gonna have some words for Porsha. I do really want to ask Shamea, if Porsha said that about Gerald, would you think it was all fun and games? Would you think it was all fun and games if Porsha said she can fuck your husband? Would you be laughing? Because laughing is healthy, right? We laughing. And again, I have the same story for Gerald. Hey Siri, what's Shamea Morton's husband's name? Gerald. Thank you. Girl, yeah, I would like to know. I would really like to know that. How would you feel if Porsha said she could fuck your husband? And then again, just like Charles, she could fuck Gerald. Opportunity. Oh no, not my husband, girl. Don't ever say not your husband, because in 2 weeks he's gonna show you, yes, your husband. Yes. I'm trying to roll the weed up real quick. But anyways, I gotta go. Let's go. Make another video. I try to make this as long as I can so we could talk about and I could drag the girls. But nothing else is really connecting for me on the show. There's no real good storylines. And I don't even know, imagine if Kenya was there, what would be her storyline opening her spa, right? At least they gave her one episode to show her spa opening, and she's gone now. But I don't even imagine, like, they don't really even have anything to talk about. I'm not connecting with the story with Shamea, her fertility, her surrogacy story. Porsha, I don't know what Porsha really doesn't even have a storyline. She's more like a friend this season. I don't know what's going on. They really fucked up, and this really could have been a commemorative season, Sweet 16, and it's really giving sour, bitter 16. It really is. It really is. So I'm gonna get to smoking my reefer and stuff, and then I'm gonna come back for another video. Y'all take care of each other, protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Let me know what you think. Next week we're going to, well, I don't know what episode they're going to show when Drew says that Ralph locked her out. When I tell you, I would blow that house up. As long as the kids weren't in it, I don't care. I don't know how I would, but I would throw something in that damn basement. Sure would. He would hear the glass break and be like, what's that? And all of a sudden it would be some smoke and shit. Oh yes, motherfucker. And then, you know what I would do? This is what I would do, because we don't want to kill Ralph, right? We gonna put like one of them smoke things, a smoker. We're gonna throw a grenade full of smoke. It's not gonna blow up the house. I'm not gonna blow the house up. Okay, I thought about it, right? This is why you got to think about things before you move into action, because you could make a mistake and end up hurting somebody, and then you in jail with a mugshot like this. Talking about, I did that shit. No, we're gonna put a smoke bomb down in the basement, right? Then when he's like, then I'm gonna send 4 big niggas dressed in all black in hoods to come in there, and they're gonna look like shadows, and they're gonna beat your motherfucking ass. Yes. And then they're gonna leave out the door after they they broke the door. Then they're gonna leave and beat you up. Then I'm gonna come home and be like, girl, where's all this smoke from? Ralph, are you down there? Are you down there, Ralph? I'm down here. Are you okay, girl? What's going on down there? I know I can't come down there. Are you okay? I just got beat up. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, girl. Close the door. Every time he get beat up, every third Sunday, it'll be a damn smoke. He would move. I would live. It would be like Pacific Heights. Have y'all ever seen that movie with Michael Keaton, Meg Ryan? I think it's Mike. I think his name is Michael. Yes, Michael Keaton in Pacific Heights and Meg Ryan. And they rent out a space in their like fourplex. I think it was a duplex. And then the neighbor becomes the worst neighbor ever. Girl, I'd be stomping. I'd be playing music. I'd be playing like, I'd be changing his toothpaste to something else, girl. I'd be changing his making the doorknobs, put the locks on the other side. Girl, I would make him think he was going crazy. He'd be like, I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here. Yes, you do. Anyways, I gotta go. I gotta get out of here. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. We about to go see what's on the blogs. Peace.